So let's talk about what isolation does to your brain. It is one of the most powerful forces for change in your life. Your brain is constantly changing based on what you're doing, who you're with, where you are, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you're eating. Our brains are incredibly powerful organs that can do amazing things. They control our thoughts, emotions, actions, and even our memories. But did you know that they're also really sensitive? Like they need a lot of care and attention to stay healthy and happy. One way we can take care of our brains is by being mindful of what we put into them, both physically and mentally. What we eat affects not only our physical health, but also our mental well-being. And what we think and feel has a huge impact on how our brains work. When we're young, our brains are still developing and growing. So it's especially important that we give them the nutrients they need to thrive. As we get older, our brains continue to change and adapt based on our experiences and environment. We can help our brains stay sharp and healthy by being mindful of what we eat and how we take care of ourselves. By making smart choices, we can help our brains stay strong and resilient no matter what life throws at us. For example, when you eat something unhealthy or feel stressed out, it can affect the connections between your brain cells, which can make it harder to learn new things or remember what you've already learned. On the other hand, when you eat nutritious food and take time to relax and recharge, it can help improve those connections and make your brain work better. So let us take a look at what isolation does to the brain and what we can do to keep it healthy and happy. When you're isolated, your brain doesn't get the stimulation it needs from other people. This can make it difficult for you to process and store new information. You may find it hard to concentrate or pay attention to tasks, which can lead to mistakes and a decreased ability to learn new things. Isolation can also affect the way your brain processes emotions. When you don't have social interaction, you may become more negative or have trouble regulating your emotions. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, or loneliness, which can further damage your brain's ability to function properly. Another way that isolation affects the brain is by weakening your immune system. When you're not around other people, you don't get the benefit of their immune systems helping to boost your own. This means that you're more likely to get sick, and that can make it even harder for you to think clearly and focus on tasks. Social interaction is also important for keeping your brain sharp. When you're around other people, you're constantly learning new things from them, and that helps keep your brain active and engaged. It also helps to keep your mind open and flexible, which is important for problem solving and decision making. But when you're isolated, you don't have the opportunity to learn from others or share your own knowledge. This can make your brain feel stagnant, and it can make it harder to come up with creative solutions to problems. Being isolated can also affect your brain's ability to regulate stress. When you don't have the support of friends and family, you may be more likely to feel overwhelmed by stress, and that can lead to physical and psychological problems. The good news is, there are things you can do to protect your brain from the negative effects of isolation. First, make sure you're eating a healthy diet full of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. This will give your brain the nutrients it needs to stay healthy and focused. Second, try to stay active and get some exercise every day. Exercise releases endorphins that can help improve your mood and reduce stress. Third, make an effort to socialize and interact with other people as much as possible. This could involve joining a club or group, volunteering, or simply spending time with friends and family. Finally, make sure to get enough sleep and take breaks when you need them. Our brains need time to rest and recharge so that we can function at our best. By taking these steps, you can help ensure that your brain stays healthy and resilient no matter what challenges you may face. Isolation is never easy, but it doesn't have to be a time of despair and hopelessness. With a little effort and care, you can help your brain stay strong and focused so that you can get through this difficult time successfully.